Hi, everyone. I'm Helen, and this is a companion piece to an article that I've written. One of them is about dry hair, and I've actually written a second article about how to have your best hair day ever. Head on over to helenavery.substack.com if you want to get them. Signing up is completely free, but I also have some paywalled articles from my sponsors. It's sort of like Patreon, but for writers. Anyhow, without any further ado, I'm going to show you how I tame some of my flyaways, of which I have an ample amount right now, using just a curling iron. And optional, I mean, it'll still work if you don't have these things, but I prefer to also use this comb as well with it. And then, sort of shellac the whole thing down with a little bit of hairspray after. So very simply, I'm going to show you what I do, which is, you're going to be surprised how easy this is, which is that I don't open this curling iron, and this is just an inexpensive Conair. You can get them off it for under $20. I have it cranked pretty high. Even that's optional. You could put it down to the sort of midway point and you'll get a good result too. But what I do is I just lay it here. And because of my hair texture and my hair type, it is quite receptive actually to, have you seen that? Do you see that it's going down? My hair luckily is quite receptive to the heat in this, and doing this gets them down. It gets them down. Do they stay down forever? No, they do not. This is a temporary solution. And you'll find, with your flyaways, with your flyaways, the thing is, I think people expect that they'll just do it and they won't have to do it all day long. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work like that. It's sort of like do it now and reap the rewards for the next little while. So do it before you're going to go out. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't do it at like 9 o'clock in the morning expecting it to hold up when you go out for your evening, a nice event in the evening. But if you'll see, it's already way, way down, right? And that was just a few strokes of this curling iron. Not opened, not crimping anything, and I'll just go back in again. You have to just be careful though, don't hit your scalp with it, don't hit your ears with it if you're trying to go like lower down or anything like that. And there you go. You see how much better it is. There are, of course, still some stubborn ones poking up, but you do get to a point where you just get to diminishing returns, so don't keep going forever. You'll see some of them are very stubborn and they'll just pop up. But I think that we can see very quickly there that did a really good job. Now, I can either hit it directly with hairspray, but what I like to do, and this is why I kind of have this comb, is I just take my hairspray, and I am a big fan of L'Oreal Elnett Satins Unscented because I don't love a scented hairspray, and I like a kind of lighter hold that's not too sticky. This is a really good one. I'll put a link so you can find that if you're interested in that. I'll also put a link to this Conair for some reason if you don't know what I'm talking about. What I do is I will spray the comb instead of spraying my hair directly, and I will go in and I'll try and lay them down a little bit flatter with this comb. And then you have it. I mean, that's about as good as I think I can get it. I'm not a professional hairstylist. They can lay down these flyaways much better than I can. I'm sure they have even more tricks, tips, products, etc. to work this even better than I do. But considering what I have, and considering that just the curling iron took it down, I'd say maybe a good, I don't know, what do you guys think? Maybe 70% better than it was, right? That was really sticking out quite a bit. I think that's pretty good for something that I already had hanging around at home, which is my curling iron and this little bit of hairspray to give it a little bit more hold. And, like I said, I put it on this instead. But again, touching up is kind of the thing that, you will have to do when you have flyaways, because the static cling will get to you all over again and your hair will be poking up again. This is really just an ideal solution if you're like taking photos or something. That's a bit shorter term. I don't want to tell you that this lasts 12 hours. It doesn't, but it's a great quick solution using affordable products and products you probably, like a curling iron that you probably already have. I hope that was helpful. And if it was, consider signing up for my newsletter where I give away more tips like this.